Hey guys, Dave here. Today I wanted to talk about the idea of waking up to yourself and why waking up to yourself is so important if you're ever going to shift the energy that you are existing in, because your energy is what's creating your reality right now. So if you feel like you're stuck in the same old feelings of negativity and you can't shift into a new energy to start creating the life that you really want, then this video is all about that. So for a long time, I was a very negative person. Going back to my 20s, I was very depressed, probably because I was thinking the way I was thinking. And this resulted in me having very few friends, less than stellar relationships, and just living a very small life. And I've learned in this time that your mind and where your attention goes, it's your greatest ally, but it's also your biggest foe if you don't use it correctly. And learning how to control it is the key to becoming the version of yourself that you want to be, so that you can experience the type of life you really want to have. So what am I talking about when I'm talking about waking up? Well, at any given time, you have to ask yourself, where's my attention right now? And that involves being conscious of where your attention is. Oftentimes, we are focused on something else. We're focused on something in the external world. Or in my case, half of my attention is inwards, but it's fixated on some sort of negative energy. And that results in tension in my body. I can feel my stomach gets tight, my legs get tense. Part of me is holding on to something. And because I'm not consciously feeling it, it's living in my body. It's acting like a block on my energy. It's not allowing my energy to flow. And it's not allowing anything new to come in. It's just like stuck energy, and we don't want that. So the real trick here, the real key, is to start becoming aware of where your attention is at any given time. And the way you want to approach it is to become as the observer of what's going on inside of you. So you want to notice it as if you're just watching it from an outside perspective. You're not engaging with it, but you're just feeling it, you're sensing it, you're trying to notice what's happening inside of you. And you can ask yourself questions like, where's my attention right now? What do I feel in my energy right now? And it'll vary for some people. This could take a while. You've maybe been holding on to this stuff for a long, long time. But all that's required is breaking the identification with it. And you do that by practicing observing what you're feeling. And when you do this and you just simply observe it, it creates a space inside of you where the identification's been broken. And in that space, either you can choose to just bask in the emptiness, which is very nice, very peaceful, or it's a great opportunity to think about, well, what would I like to focus on instead? What kind of energy would I like to have inside of me? So how does this relate to becoming the best version of yourself? So the main reason you're not living the life you want is because you're still operating from the old energy, right? You've got this old energy inside of you that you haven't cleared out yet. And until you replace it with positive energy that's aligned to the life you want to live, you're not going to be able to experience that reality. You're just at two different vibrations. You're down here currently, you want to be up here. So you have to clear out the negative energy. And you do this by paying attention to it, not judging it, not hating it and wishing it wasn't there, but just by paying attention to it, noticing it objectively, and watching it, letting it subside. And in the gap that it's created, you can then imagine the version of you that is living the life that you want. And the more you start living from this positive energy, the more you're going to see it reflected to you in the external world. So, like I said, this could take practice. If you've been living with negative unconscious patterns for a long time, this could take a while. It could be stubborn, right? You might have, I know for me, like I've been working at this stuff for a while, like a long time, because I don't know, it's just hard to, I guess it's fully hard to feel everything. But realize that your conscious attention trumps everything else. If you can stick with the feeling, if you can simply observe the feeling, you can free yourself from its holding, right? And you might have to do this many, many times. But if you stick with it, you will start to weaken the attachment to it, and you will be able to create a gap in yourself where you can start to impress better, more positive and aligned feelings of what you want. The key too is to go deeper with it, right? So the temptation, what usually happens for me personally, is when I have that moment of seeing it, of watching it, and I get that little release, the tension goes away, I let go and I just go, okay, there it goes. But what I really need to be doing, and what I recommend anyone watching this does, is to sit in the awareness as long as you can. Continue to watch and observe what's happening inside of you. Allow your consciousness to really go deeper into it and dissolve a lot of these old patterns. So that's the challenge, and that's what I really think is key to really clearing out a lot of the stuff that's really deep. Now, one of the best ways to cultivate the ability to watch and observe is through meditation. So I recommend you meditate regularly. I personally meditate in the mornings for about 15 to 20 minutes. And all I do is set a timer on my phone, I sit down, and I just simply observe what's happening inside of me. What's the energy that I'm feeling? What am I currently focused on that I'm not consciously aware that I'm paying attention to? I will simply do the best I can to observe what's happening inside of me, and if I get sidetracked by a thought, I'll just bring myself back. So the more you do this, the sharper and stronger your ability to pay attention and be conscious grows. So that's probably one of the best things you can do if you're trying to dissolve the negativity inside of you. So the biggest obstacle to you becoming the person that you want to be in order to live the life you want is the past that you carry inside. It's the unconscious patterns that are still operating inside of you and that are still emitting an old, lower frequency. And the key is to start to notice the unconsciousness inside of you. And the more that you pay attention to it as an observer, as a third-party witness of it, the more you break your attachment to it and the weaker it gets. And every time you break the attachment to it, a gap is created inside of you where you can refocus your attention. You can change your energy and think about, well, who do I want to be? How do I want to think? How do I want to feel? You break the old and you fill it up with the new. And this is like a practice, right? It will take time and practice, but it's one of the most powerful things you can do. And meditation is a great way to work on this, taking moments throughout the day, but also making it a regular practice. You know, every day, set aside a little bit of time, 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, to go inside and ask yourself, what am I paying attention to? What am I attached to right now? Feel the unconsciousness inside of you and allow yourself to notice it. Allow yourself to feel it so that it is no longer hiding in the shadows, but you're weakening your attachment to it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you got something out of this video. If you did, please leave a comment, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and leave a like. That would be awesome. And I am doing one-on-one coaching. I'm doing a beta launch for my coaching program, and I'm looking for students who want to learn how to become the best versions of themselves, how to step into that energy, how to define what they want their lives to look like, and how to become the character who naturally achieves these things. So if you're looking for help with getting clear on your goals and the character, the personality, the version of yourself that you need to become to naturally achieve this, leave me a message in the comments below. And I'm only looking for like 1 or 2 more people right now, as I'm just putting the course together. And I would love to find a few more people to run through this course with. And yeah, I hope that's you. So thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.